Don't ask me to talk.
From the sublime to the ridiculous.
Join me, Stacey Heller,
And me, Eric Ryder.
as we talk about what's good to watch, read, see, listen to, and more.
An edutaining 1-hour break in your day that includes the segment, What Are We Eating? Sponsored by Dingfelder's Delicatessen.
Stick with us for something good. Hey everybody, welcome to Don't Ask Me to Talk. I am your host, Stacey Heller. I am joined by my co-host.
Hey, good afternoon. It's me, Eric Ryder.
So, hey, this show is that little bit of fluff that you need in the afternoon. Not the fluff that you need to take off your sweater because it's annoying lint. The fluff that softens your seat when you sit down and relax. How about that?
Okay.
Look, I'm a little loopy. I hurt my back on Sunday, and I'm on a lot of different kinds of pain medication.
Fair enough.
So, it's going to be even more ridiculous than it normally is. But
Is that possible?
I don't think it is. But I mean, it's true. Like the fluff that's on your shirt, you're like, get that off.
That's right. The lint
Yes.
or the pet hair.
Exactly.
All that stuff.
Exactly. So, we're the fluff that, like, if you put enough of that fluff together, it softens the blow. I could have used that
Or we're
fluff.
like marshmallow fluff or fluff or nutter.
Right. I could have used it on Sunday when I fell on my butt. But anyway, so hey, thanks for...
You don't have enough fluff on your butt. That's a problem.
I think it's called flubber.
Flubber, you would have went flying.
That's true.
That could have been kind of cool, actually.
Well, right? Like an India rubber ball.
Yes, right.
Uh-huh. Which is a call out for I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me, which is a poem by Robert Louis Stevenson.
Very good. I don't know that one.
Yep. And the reason, so that's why the whole India rubber ball comes up, because it was a specific kind of ball that he was mentioning.
Well, the flubber thing, it made me think of, I just binged 4 episodes of The Toys That Built America, brought to you by the same people that did
The Food
That Built America. And somebody actually marketed a flubber thing after
the movies.
After the movies, yeah, the original Nutty Professor came out, and apparently
Jerry Lewis, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Apparently, it didn't do too well, but they found a way to market it as something else.
Well,
I believe it was the same episode with the Silly Putty. And that took an interesting journey as well.
Silly
we won't
Putty
go
was
into here, but
Silly Putty was
it's worth
fascinating.
watching. Yeah.
And I have a mystery from my childhood where I was once in my bathroom and as a kid, and I had Silly Putty in my hand, and I don't know where it went. I'm guessing I dropped it down the toilet. And didn't see it, and it probably got flushed. But I was like, where'd that Silly Putty go? Anyway, so hey, as you can see, we go off the rails almost immediately with Don't Ask Me to Talk. And
we never digress.
Never. I mean, this is ADHD at its finest. So we do appreciate you, though, listening. And a reminder that if you are not able to listen live, no biggie, you can find Don't Ask Me to Talk wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can also follow Stacey Talks on Instagram, and you will find information about the show, what's coming up, what we're going to talk about. Sometimes we mention recipes or fun things like that, random pictures. You will find them there. So we are now in that part of the show where we talk about some of the ridiculous high holidays.
That's right. We're smack dab in the middle of the holidays season, so why not cram a few more in?
Exactly. So I figure I'll start as a cradle Catholic for the religious out there. Today is the Feast of the Immaculate Conception. Really, no more need be said about that one. I'm just reminding all of the Catholics out there that if you weren't able to make it to Mass, it is technically a holy day of obligation. However, I do not believe in guilting, judgment, or shame. And so, hey, if you didn't make it, just have a little convo with whoever your higher power is. But But on an international level, today it is Pretend to be a Time Traveler Day. Now, I picked this one because there's always a ton of holidays to pick from, but I picked this one because it gave me pause. We think of time travel as such like a modern idea, like this whole concept of like, time travel that happens in movies and, especially with like the Marvel universe and this whole like, going back and forth in time and changing things and all that kind of stuff. And when I was doing the research, air quotes on research, it was so interesting because I'm like, oh yeah, like H.G. Wells, like,
yep.
And, and thinking back, like
he
it
wrote
wasn't
The Time Machine.
Right.
Yeah.
And, all of these things that came up like oh so long ago, and this idea, even Dickens' A Christmas Carol, and the fact that you're visited by ghosts present, past, and future, and that you can travel through time. I was like, oh my gosh, it is, I don't know why that, clearly I am a little off with my meds because I don't know why I thought that was just a fascinating thing. But I did. I was like, wow, okay, time traveler. And I love that it's Pretend to be a Time Traveler Day. So if you saw somebody that looked a little bit like Doc Brown from Back to the Future, that's probably why.
Yeah, I learned a fun fact, speaking of Christmas Carol, learned a fun fact yesterday that Tiny Tim from A Christmas Carol, right? Dickens originally called him Little Fred. And
what?
Yes. And that just blew my mind as well. I have a feeling that if he had stuck with that, he'd be wanting to go back in time and change it.
Right.
Tiny Tim. Alliteration, It always works, but
it's alliteration.
Little Fred, I just think how different would have been, all those adaptions would have been with Little Fred instead of Tiny Tim.
Right?
Hey, bless us, everybody. I'm Little Fred.
Exactly. Well, and then Fred Claus, that gives a whole new meaning.
My leg don't work too well.
Oh my gosh.
Little Fred.
It's like what's his rapper name? Like Little Fred.
Little Fred, yeah.
Oh my gosh. That is ridiculous, by the way. Okay, now I'm not going to be able to think about anything except for
right.
Little Fred.
Every time you see Tiny Tim, God bless us, everyone, you're just going to think, oh, what might have been with Little Fred?
Right. Little Fred the Rapper. Oh my gosh. Now I'm going to have to work on a rap. Okay. That's for another show. Are you into the whole science fiction time travel thing? Like, is that something that...
I mean, if it's done well, yeah, for sure.
I mean, there's Doctor Strange, right?
Right.
And a lot of that stuff happened on, what's the show that was in the 60s or 70s that was like the funky science show, with the stories. Come on.
I really don't know what you're talking about,
yes.
but
there are people that are listening right now that are like yelling what the name of the show is.
Are you talking about Star Trek? Maybe
no.
Okay,
it was the other one where it was
because they went back in time in one of the movies.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
It was the one. It'll come up in the middle of the show. So if I have a Tourette's moment where I shout out the name of a show, then you'll know that it's a callback to what I was talking about.
Everybody, of course, also thinks of Back to the Future, I think. And,
yes.
The Huey Lewis theme song from that. Gonna go back in time.
Yes. Yes, they do. And now they really do. There's a lot of songs and things that can go with this episode. This is interesting. Might have to add some things to our Spotify playlist.
Maybe the gold standard of time travel movies, the Back to the Future trilogy.
Okay. Don't you think they jumped the shark when they rode the horse?
You mean in number 3 when they went back to the Old West?
Yes.
No, I don't know. I went with it.
All right. I don't know. I feel like they jumped the shark. But hey, everybody has their own opinion. I
believe they jumped the canyon.
Well,
but
I mean, all right. Technicality. So on a national level today, It is National Lard Day. Now, first of all, that made me chuckle because I'm like, of course Americans have Lard Day.
Right.
Right.
I love your lard.
Well, and so I learned that at one time, lard was all the rage in cooking, and lard is not to be confused with shortening.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I have to say, people that listen to this show and get this information from us, like, I'm learning too. Because, let's see, it was talking about how at one point, now I think this was in like the 1800s.
Lard is pig fat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was, so in the 19th century, everybody used lard instead of butter. It's not butter.
I mean, I get it. You get that kind of bacony kind of thing going.
Right.
Frying up stuff.
And it makes sense. Like they, isn't it called like a larder or something? Like a.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, then there was this, apparently a book by Upton Sinclair that talked about lard, and it got a lot of bad publicity. So people stopped using it. So then this German chemist, physicist, something, found a substitute for lard, which is now shortening, aka like Crisco.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so Crisco was like a thing, but now people are bringing lard back.
And shortening it's a vegetable based.
It's a vegetable based
fat. Yeah. So it's kind of like lard, but made with vegetables instead of pork.
Right. And
but also probably not terribly good for you.
Well, and I was thinking about like the whole Crisco thing. So when you buy Crisco from the store, you can buy the one that tastes like butter or has a butter taste. I use the one that is tasteless, and I will use it in not like tacky tasteless, like it has no taste. I use a mixture of butter and Crisco in my chocolate chip cookies because the shortening the Crisco, it makes the cookie more cakey and less crispy. Butter burns faster, so you get a crunchier, thinner cookie with butter. And so I do a mixture. And so I'm thinking like, okay, lard, but I don't really want the taste of pig fat in my cookies. I mean, maybe not for that particular cookie. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. It gave me pause, and it made me think of my grandfather, who the story goes that he made French fries every night, and he would use bacon grease, and he would just reuse the fat over and over again and use that to make the French fries.
All right.
My father swore that they were amazing. My mom swears that my dad continued to date her because of the fries. So
it sounds like they would be pretty tasty. You can't argue with that.
You can't argue
probably,
with that.
Again, not good for you, but yeah.
Right.
Seems like it would be delicious.
Speaking of delicious, it's Brownie Day.
Hey.
It's also Brownie Day. And not Girl Scout brownies, like brownies.
Well, what better way to celebrate Lard Day than having a bunch of brownies and feeling like lard?
Oh, right? Now, okay. When you were growing up, did your mom bake brownies? And if she did she make them from scratch or from a box?
I believe she did it from scratch at least a few times, but I think we probably also did the box kind too a few times too. So, and it universally good no matter
they're almost
how you do it.
Better. So growing up, my mom made them from scratch, and the best thing about the brownies from scratch for her recipe was licking the bowl after, because it was so good and fudgy and delicious. And the final product though was like, it was a little dry, a little cakey. Now, do brownies from a box now, and I would argue that the batter is not as delicious, but the end product is phenomenal. Especially the Ghirardellis. I'm mentioning a lot of brands today, so shout out to all these brands. But
I mean, I love brownies, so I can't argue with any of that. But it does remind me when I was a kid, we used to go to this laundromat to do our laundry, and they had a vending machine. And in that vending machine was a brownie for, I want to say, like 50 cents, which was, more expensive than the other items within the vending machine. And every time we went, I wanted that brownie so bad. My mom said, no,
Well, because it's
not paying the 50 cents.
Yeah, she needed the quarters for the dryer.
That's right. And so I finally scraped together 50 cents. And I wasn't doing laundry that day, but I went to the laundromat and I bought that brownie, and it was terrible.
Of course it was terrible. Oh.
So vending machine brownies are never as good as they look. You definitely want the home-baked stuff.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, I'm sorry. And brownie a la mode.
I learned a valuable lesson,
Well, yes.
Food from a laundromat.
It's like sushi from a gas station.
It's not great.
Yeah, probably not. Oh, that makes me sad, though. I think of poor little young Eric, like, wah, wah.
That's pretty much exactly what happened. I took one bite and...
Yep. Totally. Oh.
Give me my 50 cents back.
Exactly. You darn machine. Did you tell your mom that you had gone and gotten it?
No.
Of course not.
Just kept my shame to myself.
Right. Until now. I wonder if she's listening now that she's been on the show and she's a radio star.
Yes.
Well, she might find out.
She might.
So there are no real birthdays of note today. I mean, I think it's like Nicki Minaj's birthday, but like, meh. I mean, happy birthday, Nicki. But now, from our episode last week, 2 Truths and a Lie, any regrets or any follow-up info?
No.
All right. I do have one thing that I want to share with you before we take a break and talk about our topic. So last weekend, I went to see the movie Violent Night.
Yes, you were talking about this on Stacy Connects.
I was.
On Tuesday.
And we also talked about...
This is the ass-kicking Santa Claus movie.
Yes.
Starring David Harbour from Stranger Things and Black Widow.
Yep. And it was so surprisingly good. I am not a horror movie fan, so I don't like anything like that. Like, this was just sheer violence. It was like Kingsman-type violence. It had some heart and shenanigans a la Home Alone. It was one of those movies that I laughed when I saw the trailer months ago and was like, oh, we got to go see this. And I wasn't disappointed. Like, it's so sad that, like, that's a good review these days. I wasn't disappointed. No, dare I say it, I actually really liked it. However, as we talked about this past week on my show, it was the trailer that I want our listeners to be on the lookout for. So the whole reason I went to see Violent Night was because of the trailer. Well, the trailer that I saw before Violent Night was Cocaine Bear. And if you have not seen this trailer, look it up, folks.
Yes, it's a real movie because, like you, I saw like the trailer for this and I said, this can't be real.
This is like...
But then I see the Universal Pictures and I said, wow.
It is.
And yeah, it looks like it's got a decent cast, but wow.
It is. We talked on Tuesday. Like, it's one of those things that it's like, it's going to be so bad, it's awesome. I mean, it was just, everybody in the theater was like, what just happened? So I just, for all of you listening out there, look up this trailer and you too will be flummoxed and you'll chuckle. It's very funny.
Yeah.
So.
Vaguely based on a true story, but...
so vaguely.
Yes. The actual story is kind of sad, actually.
I know.
So, and they've made it into a horror comedy, but, R.I.P. Cocaine Bear.
Yeah. Oh.
Spoiler.
Exactly. Pablo Escobar.
I'm not sure what happens in the movie. But spoiler for real life. R.I.P.
Yeah. Well, I mean... he would have potentially been dead of old age anyway if he hadn't OD'd.
Sure. Well, there you go. Speaking of dead of old age, you mentioned that no birthdays of note, but I'm looking and I see Mary, Queen of Scots, Jim Morrison
Wait.
from The Doors.
Wait. What?
Yeah, yep. And Sammy Davis Jr. So I think those are all folks of note. So happy birthday. long gone celebrities.
Wow. I don't think I wasn't paying close enough attention. No.
There's a lot of like dregs.
Yeah, right? And I was right. It is Nicki Minaj's birthday. So I don't know why I keep mentioning her. So forget that. Anyway, all right. Well, so should we take a break here?
Let's do it.
All right. And then
what are we talking about today?
We're talking about the best gift we've ever received. It doesn't have to necessarily be reserved for Christmas. You and I celebrate Christmas. So we're going to see what we come up with. Keep listening. We'll be right back.
I love it.
Stacy Connects. It's not just my business, it's my superpower. Whether you need the right tone and messaging for a new venture, or you've plateaued with your current one, I can help. I connect clients with themselves and their potential. Then, I identify unique solutions that translate your brand into messaging that connects your target audience with your business. Go to stacyconnects.com to connect with me and your messaging.
Interested in learning something new? Meeting someone new? Find out things that we have in common? Well, of course you are. You're a human being. So let's get intentional about it. Join me, JDK Winnikin, every week and get all of that in less than an hour. I'm a writer, a historian, a social commentator, and my show is all about you. Really, that's what it's called. This show is all about you. Get my perspectives on the week's news and hear fascinating guests whose stories will inspire and move you. My show is all about giving you something that connects us. Join me Mondays on Kixie 880 at 3 p.m. or download it as a podcast.
Can't get enough of Stacy and Eric? Then be sure and check out Stacy Connects with Stacy Heller wherever you find podcasts. Stacy chats with guests about a variety of topics, hoping to make a connection through conversation.
Welcome back to the show. You're listening to Don't Ask Me to Talk with Stacy Heller and Eric Ryder.
That's me.
Okay, our topic this week, every week we pick a topic off of the Wheel o' Topics, which is, crazy, no expense spared on this thing that we have. I don't know why you're chuckling. And this week's topic is our favorite gift ever. Okay, so I'm the one that makes the list of topics. This is like the worst topic.
You think?
Well, kind of, because
I think it's a nice topic because, here we are in the middle of the holiday season, the gift-giving season, where Americans buy something like 90% of their purchases for the year. So I think it's good. It's a good topic.
Well, it is. I think it's that I realize I am not a great gift receiver. And not because I'm not appreciative. I'm super appreciative. But I'm one of those people that's like, I really don't want anything. That, I'm that.
But surely before you got everything that you ever wanted out of life,
but
you received some
haven't.
gifts that completed that list.
Okay. So.
Or helped you along the way.
Yes. Sure. Yeah. Why don't you go first?
All right. So best gift of all time that I ever got, or what?
Well, I feel like there's different ages and stages, right? So, if you have a standout from like childhood or young adulthood or, more recently, then certainly explore those ages and stages.
Okay. All right. Well, when I was 17,
it was a very good year.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent year. My dad actually bought a car for me. It wasn't a great car by any stretch. It was a 1972 Ford Maverick, and it cost $400,
wow.
Which even back then was very little money. And it had trouble with the brakes. And it made a horrendous sound when I made turns with it. So it was not a great car by any stretch. It looked all right. It was a light blue 72 Ford Maverick. But the whole thing was, up to that point, I didn't have a car, couldn't drive, mainly stuck at home. So for me, this was a life changer and, kind of like really freed me up to do all the fun stuff that I wanted to do. And then, of course, go to work and do all the not fun stuff, too. But it really kind of was a huge stepstone for me in life. So I still think back to that as maybe the best gift that I ever got, even though, like I said, not a great car. But we had some good times, me and, yep, you got a picture of it right in front of you. That's it.
I just pulled it up on the computer.
Me and
I'm
Dad
like,
worked on the brakes together. So, yeah. And I remember it still used leaded gasoline, which, I at the time I think was still available, but more expensive than unleaded. And, leaded gasoline was a terrible thing that never should have existed to begin with. But I remember getting like a bottle of lead substitute to pour into the gas tank for using unleaded gasoline in it. And, soon after, I just realized that unleaded gasoline works just as well in this hunk of junk as leaded or unleaded with lead substitute.
Oh, my gosh.
And
it was like a gas cocktail.
Yeah.
Now, did yours have the black stripe on it, or was yours stripeless?
No, it didn't have a black stripe. It was it was 6-cylinder, so it was really fast.
Yeah, I mean, this one's a V8, but you can get one out there still. I mean, it would be kind of cool. Like, now it's kind of cool, right? Oh, my gosh.
No airbags.
No
bench seat.
I mean, it had an ashtray and a lighter, probably.
It definitely had the ashtray,
right? And it probably had the thing that you now you can charge your phones, and it probably had to crank down the windows.
Right, definitely.
Yeah. I mean,
had cranked windows. So it was, it was kind of a hunk of junk, but it was my hunk of junk. It meant freedom for me. So I was extremely thankful to receive my first car.
Good gift. All right, I'll go next. A favorite gift.
Yeah, I guess what's your favorite all-time favorite gift?
Okay, well, so you mentioned your 72 Ford Maverick.
My first car was, it was a Christmas gift.
It
was a Christmas miracle in my eyes.
Honestly, it is, I agree with you that is it is the gift of freedom of movement. I mean, that is that's a huge gift. So interestingly, a few years ago, my kids got together and they made some sweatshirts that have Stacy Connects on it. And so I got some swag from them, and they got a sweatshirt for everyone in the family. So 6 of us, and so we have, swag. The thing about that gift is that it was not about a need, not about a want, not something that I ever would have done for myself, not something that I would take the time to do. It was so unexpected, and it was not to be all, mushy-gushy and whatever, but it was them seeing me and validating something that I was doing.
Absolutely. Yeah, those are the best gifts.
And it was awesome. I mean, it was really just so awesome. And so I would have to say that is probably the best gift that I've ever been given, that was just sort of a random, out of nowhere,
right
unexpected.
From the heart, for sure.
Right from the heart. Yeah. And, and for them, it's not about the dollar amount. I mean, last year for Mother's Day, so the game Cards Against Humanity, the kids put together a list of what could be the white cards or the black cards, and they made some cards to add into our deck that are specific to family incidents or phrases or anything like that, so that when we play, there's some cards that resonate with the family.
Yeah. So it's that personal touch.
Mm-hmm.
I think that made it special for you in both instances.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
I like
So, I think that I also, as a kid, so in addition to what Santa may have brought, my parents gave us presents. And one year I found where my mom put everything, and I looked at everything in advance. And it was the worst Christmas ever.
Oh.
Because
You didn't have the surprise.
there's not the surprise. It's not worth it. So, for all of you listening out there that, maybe think you might know where gifts are hidden for any holiday, it is not worth it. Because the thing that you don't realize is that when somebody takes the time to buy you a gift, there's also the gift for the recipient of your reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And, I was like, yay.
You're
So
not a very good actress in this respect, I guess.
no, I don't think I was. I think I was just really bummed about it. Okay. Do you have some other for you?
Yeah, well, another kind of life-altering gift, I guess. When I was 15, I believe, I got my first guitar for Christmas, and that was wonderful. Didn't know how to play it at the time, so I made a terrible noise. But even knowing that would happen, my mom still got me a nice acoustic, classical style nylon string guitar for Christmas, and I enjoyed plonking out the rudimentary songs that I was creating at that age.
What's the song that everybody plays when they first learn to play guitar? The rock song?
Well, people often talk about Stairway to Heaven as being one of those, for sure, but or Louie Louie having simple chords. I didn't learn any of those things. I just made up my own stuff, essentially.
Bum, 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 bum. Isn't that
Smoke
one?
on the Water?
Yes. Isn't that a classic? Isn't that a classic?
I'm sure. A lot of people probably learned that one.
Oh, that's okay. That's another really good
Probably
gift.
doesn't sound great on a nylon string.
Well,
An out-of-tune nylon string guitar.
Well.
So I'm glad I didn't bother.
this is like the is it Bryan Adams song? Bought my first real 6-string
Right.
at the 5 and dime.
Yep.
Did you play it until your fingers bled?
No.
Okay. That's another good gift.
Yeah. It was very thoughtful, and I very much appreciated it. And even though it wasn't like my favorite guitar ever, just the fact that it got me started on that road was very nice. So I sold it a few years later, traded it in to get an electric guitar, and but just I still think of it fondly because I took it to a pawn shop, almost like a 5 and dime, and along with another acoustic guitar that I've been gifted, and traded those in for my first electric, and that really changed things for me.
Yeah, totally. Wow. Okay. So my upbringing was very white and uptight. It was like, here's an art book on Matisse. Enjoy it. It'll look great on your cocktail table. I'm like, I'm 7. So,
But your coffee table was the envy of all the other 7-year-olds, for sure.
right? I'm just saying. So yeah, those things, it goes to prove the point that when you have the ability to have more, you sometimes who you are isn't seen. I mean, think about the story of the Gift of the Magi, right? And just that idea that they had nothing, so the two things that they really had that they felt was of value, they were willing to give up for the person that they loved, right? And so I mean, it's almost like I would encourage people to not focus on like let me get the thing that, you've been wanting when you could do that any time of the year, or let me get, this thing that I normally would say no to. I don't know. I'm very inspired by your guitar and your car and, leaning into your talents and your interests and giving you wings so that you had freedom to get out of Dodge. And
well, I'm inspired by the personal nature of the gifts that you cited. And people that don't know the gift of the Magi, it sounds like it's straight out of the Bible, but really it was about two married people, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Young married couple.
Yeah, and the guy saves up to buy a comb for his wife. This must have been some comb if he had to save up for it because she had beautiful hair. And then she cuts her hair to buy him something. I can't remember what she bought him.
It was a watch fob.
A watch fob. And he had sold the pocket watch to buy the comb. So it's a real M. Night Shyamalan kind of twist ending there. O. Henry, the M. Night Shyamalan of 1905.
Right.
But they were both so happy, even though they didn't have the items anymore to put, these things to use. Of course, one could argue that her hair would grow back.
Right.
And eventually he could maybe get his watch out of hock. But,
right.
Yeah, they couldn't use them immediately.
Yeah, and, that's okay. I will say, Twilight Zone, that's the show. Remember I said that there was going to be a callback at some point? I was going to shout it out like Tourette's?
the time travel science fiction thingy?
Yes.
Okay.
Woo! Okay.
If we could just go back in time to the beginning of the show, we could insert in
Holy
the
cow.
Twilight
That
Zone.
happened exactly like I thought it would. So sorry about that. Okay. That almost hurt. It came out like a hiccup or something.
Brainwave.
Right?
And we've only got like 1 minute left.
Okay.
Any other great gifts you could think of?
Experiences. As a kid, I lived in New York, New Jersey area, and my parents would get us tickets to go see a Broadway show and go to see the ballet and things like that. And I will say that at the time I knew it was special. It was a big event. And now I look back on it and it was an experience to watch and it was an experience to remember and time spent together. Mm-hmm. So I have to say experiences are the other thing that have always I've been a big fan of.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can think of one other thing. My grandparents got me a knit throw that is like the flag of Ireland, but it has a harp on it as well. So very Irish. At the time when I got it, I got to say, I was like, I don't know. Because I did enjoy going to Ireland, but I didn't, it wasn't one of those things that I, went around flag waving or whatever. But now I look, and I got to say I'm disappointed in myself because I feel like when I said thank you for it, I wasn't as effusive as I should have been. Because now when I see it, it reminds me of them. And it makes me happy. And I think, gosh, I really should have expressed that a little more.
You just did.
At the time. Well, they're sadly no longer with us.
Well, but
so
I believe that you just did.
The other thing was I was thinking, they really shouldn't be spending money on me. At that time I was really thinking they really need to, watch their finances or whatever. So I don't know. I just had this overwhelming kind of like, kind of attitude, I guess, at the time. And now I think, geez, what a jerk I was.
Hey,
even though I said thank you, it's still, I feel like I should have been way more effusive. But,
it's never too late to say thank you.
Absolutely.
So there you go.
Thank you, Grandma and Grandpa.
Oh, I'm going to cry. All right, we're going to take a break because I'm going to need a minute to compose myself before we talk to Vance.
Sounds good. And, Hanukkah's coming up. Speaking of gift giving, oh my.
Yeah,
8 crazy nights of gifts
and
delicious
gifts.
food. So let's talk to the man all about the food.
Let's do it. Keep listening. We'll be right back.
Don't ask me to talk.
Whether it's fly fishing or French pastry, we all have something that makes our tail wag. Involuntary and instinctive, it's sparked by excitement, inspired by purpose, and it speaks to who we are. I'm Stacey Heller of Stacey Connects. I lead clients to the place that makes their tail wag. As a creative director, I bring ideas to life. As a podcast producer, I give ideas a voice. Stacey Connects. It's my superpower. If you want to connect with me, Stacey Heller, go to staceyconnects.com.
Don't ask me to talk.
Welcome back to the show. So, one of the best gifts that you can give people that we didn't really talk about today is the gift of a food experience, which is exactly what happens
when you go to Dingfelder's Delicatessen. That's right. And now it's that time of the show where we talk to the Lord of the Sandwich, the King of the Knish, the dude at the deli. That's right. It's Vance Dingfelder. How are you, sir? Good afternoon. Happy holidays to you.
Eric, Stacy, how are you? How are you guys doing today?
We're doing great. It's always a pleasure when we get to talk to you and find out what we're eating or what we should be eating.
You know, what we're eating tonight, you know what's happening. What comes in 10 days? I'll tell you.
Hanukkah?
It's Hanukkah, miracle of light. Yes, it's all about the oil and frying in the oil, right? It's that we only had enough oil for one day, but it lasted 8. Oh my God!
It's like the bacon fat that my grandfather made the fries in.
Oh, excuse me.
You probably don't want to do bacon fat for Hanukkah.
You don't do bacon fat for Hanukkah.
It was really bacon fat.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you reused it and you reused it, and all of a sudden you had enough. And the story of Hanukkah is amazing to me. I love the story of Hanukkah.
Well, the story of Hanukkah is pretty wild. I mean, it was olive oil, right, that they used. And who the heck knows how they burnt olive oil? I don't know, but they did. And here's what you serve.
So you're telling me that whole time while they were lighting the menorah, it smelled like falafels in the place?
Falafel, no. You see, the smell of falafel, excuse me, your house should smell like latkes.
Ah, yes.
But more importantly, are the soufagniot.
The who?
Eh? The what?
The what? Huh?
Okay, I'm going to say it again. There's no silent letters. Soufagniot.
Okay, what is that?
You want to look it up? SUF, Soufag, AGNIYOT. What that is, okay, Stace, you know what a Zeppela is, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's
Okay.
a donut.
Led Zeppelin?
It's a donut, exactly. It's a donut. Did you say Led Zeppelin? Is that what you said? Did I hear you say Led Zeppelin?
I said Led Zeppelin, but...
But, I mean, now we're going to, we can go down that rabbit hole another time, okay? Yes, Led Zeppelins. Zeppelins are a thing on the East Coast, I'm just going to say. And I made them for Nourish with events for people.
What's in the Zeppelin?
Well, a Zeppelin is like a pot of dough. It's really a donut, right?
Yeah.
And it's pretty airy, and they're hot and greasy and covered in powdered sugar.
You can make it with pizza dough.
They kind of look like beignets.
No, they don't make them with pizza dough. Who told you that?
Okay, I have been known to take pizza dough from the grocery store and fry them up like a donut and throw sugar on them.
That you can do, yes, but that is not the Zeppelin.
I'm just saying.
Listen, fried dough, no problem. Anything. You can fry any kind of dough. It's going to work. That's all I'm going to say. Okay?
It sounds fantastic. I'm sold.
So the soufagniot is like, it's a really good jelly donut is what it is at the end of the day. They're fried fresh. We fry them fresh every day. We blow through them. It's ridiculous how many Souffagniot we sell. Something I'd like to tell people is that our point of sale changed this year. They created new software about 2 months ago, and it's been a pain in the neck. You cannot order further out than 6 days. So that's affecting my Hanukkah orders.
Yeah.
So people won't be able to order for Hanukkah until Sunday, the 11th.
Mark your calendar.
For pickup on Saturday, the 17th. And we will sell, I'm going to say about 2,000 latkes and a lot of matzo ball soup and brisket.
A ton. Well, 'tis the season.
Yes, it is. And, it's about brisket, latkes, matzo ball soup. And here's okay, you know what? I'm going to tell the secret. It's a big secret that if you take my sweet onion mushroom compote and mix it with the brisket gravy, you have something special there.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. And that's so take the brisket gravy and the mushroom onion compote and mix them together and put that on your brisket with a couple of latkes. Something's going to happen.
Interesting.
And Souffagniot to dessert. Now we're talking.
Sounds pretty good.
You might be an applesauce and sour cream person, Eric.
I am absolutely an applesauce and sour cream person.
Got you. Got it. On your latkes.
Yes.
Did you know that we make our applesauce?
You made it. You make it yourself in house?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, we do, and we use organic Honeycrisp apples, and yeah, like that. We make our own. Yeah, no sugar.
That sounds great.
No sugar added. It's really pretty good. My friend Lori Mintz gave me that recipe.
Oh, shout out. Way to go, Lori.
So I had somebody come into the deli today that said, I heard you on the radio.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I thought you'd like to hear that.
Yes. Thank you to whoever that listener was.
Yes. He goes, I heard you on the radio. I had to come. It's going to be crazy. Get your order in as soon as possible. Oh, we're also doing pumpkin cheesecake. But it's latkes, potato pancakes with gravy and brisket and matzo ball soup, all kinds of. That's basically what happens for 8 crazy nights, And we also have candles. How about that? People love to think and buy candles in our place. You'd be shocked at how many people are like last minute.
It's one-stop shopping.
Hey,
Yeah.
Why not? I did it last year and I sold out.
Do you have multiple sizes or because?
No. They're dripless, which is very important.
Yep.
Are they made of olive oil?
They are not made of olive oil.
Fair enough.
But you do have enough for a complete night of Hanukkah. And we're doing our Hanukkah box this year, where it's like a meal that feeds about 4 people. And you get an entree, you get the soup, you get the latkes, you get a few dreidels, you get some gelt. Do you know what gelt is?
Gold coins.
You got it, gold, and I've got Belgian chocolate coins.
Oh.
So yes, we have dreidels and gelt, and we have fun. Hanukkah is a fun holiday, and I'm looking forward to it next week.
Well, and for everybody that's listening, by the way, you don't have to be Jewish to appreciate these delicacies that Vance is talking about.
Good thing, because I love them.
Yeah. I mean, this is not.
I love a latke.
This is not
love a
reserved.
Kaddish. I love the brisket.
It's a lot of latkes.
Yes.
It is a lot of latkes. But I mean, A, these are things that you always have. You are, after all, a Jewish delicatessen. And B, these are things that no matter what you celebrate, these things will make your taste buds explode. It is
It's
a
like-
gift you should give to your mouth.
It's like a hug for your tummy.
Oh,
That's your next T-shirt, Vance.
That's it.
Dingfelders. It's like a hug for your tummy.
It's all about the meat. It's all about the meat. But the brisket gravy. But latkes, and the nice thing about having us do your latkes is that your house is not going to smell like fried, like oil and onions.
yeah.
But, there's something about that smell. You walk in the house and you go, okay, latkes are cooking.
Yeah. I mean,
Well-
it smells like home.
You can grate those potatoes and nick your knuckles.
Yeah, no. That I don't need any skin in with my grated potatoes. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Nah.
No.
Although,
I'm going to leave it to the professionals at Dingfelders and Nourish Catering, too. So,
maybe you should come down and have a little Hanukkah dinner. Hanukkah gelt.
maybe.
We're going to have Spilkus playing.
Oh, when's that happening? Do you know?
That is happening on the 18th.
All right.
In the morning. Yeah, we got a klezmer band. Spilkus is coming.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm verklempt.
And come down and have a party. Come on.
All right. Huh.
It's like a coming out of COVID party.
I love it. That's awesome. Okay. Well, you heard it here, folks. So you need to mark your calendar, that if you want to order things for Hanukkah, then mark your calendar for the 11th. And at that point, the point of sale will open and Dingfelders can take your orders for Hanukkah. And mark your calendar for the 18th because that's the day that there is going to be musicians playing at the deli and playing traditional music.
Sounds
I-
like a great party.
Can't say any of those other words that you said because I don't know how to pronounce them.
Dreidels and gelt and all the other things that you need to have a good Hanukkah.
Nice.
I love it.
All right. So that just makes me hungry as usual. Like every single time we talk to Vance, we're hungry. I will say that I am having a hankering for actually the pickles that are at the deli, which no, I'm not pregnant, but something about the pickles. So I'm going to have to take a trip and come and see you before the 18th. Because
I'm going down to get me some loads of latkes.
There you go. A load of latkes. Like a hug from the inside. All right. Well, with that, thanks, Vance. It's always so great to talk to you. Remember, folks,
Talking to you guys.
go to dingfelders.com and you can take a look at the menu that's there and you can get whatever you need to celebrate Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, your birthday, the Immaculate Conception. Hey,
Yeah.
whatever you want to do.
And don't forget about Nourish Catering for your catering needs for holiday parties, right?
There you go. All right.
Eric the engineer, always with the add-in. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful weekend. Take care.
You too.
Bye.
All right. Always fun talking to Vance. But now, time once again to pick what we're talking about on next week's show.
All right. Hope it's a good one.
Well, perfect for the holiday season here. Once again, Wheel O Topics, you've helped us out by selecting a holiday-themed topic here. Weird holiday songs. Now, it's cut off as Weird Holiday Sun on the wheel, but I'm guessing it's Weird Holiday songs.
Like Dominic the Donkey.
Yeah, or I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas, maybe?
I just heard that this morning. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Yes. So I guess we'll talk about our favorites and least favorite weird holiday songs.
I love it. Okay,
And-
and I have to say, when I did this, it was when I was thinking about this, it was, there's all the standards and everything, but there's some really funky versions. So it's not that they all have to be weird, but some fun versions of different songs, and people can pay attention, and we'll add it to our playlist, and we'll have some fun with it.
Very good. And if you've got a weird holiday song that's a favorite or a bane of your existence during this season, give us a call or text us at 475-999-CRAM.
There you go. I love it. All right. So next week, we're going to talk about weird songs. Have a great week, everyone.
At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 350 plus programs at asuonline.asu.edu.